BMW's M cars have a reputation for being special, not only because they're a rare breed by mass market standards, but also because they find the perfect balance between high-tech and high technology. At 1.9 meters wide and almost 5 meters long, the BMW M6 is a large car, and it's huge by 2+2 standards, which begs the question whether a big car like this can still deliver the M car magic.
In many ways, the 6 Series is an odd candidate for the transformation to hardcore M-car status. The standard version is a Grand Tourer linking pace to space and class to comfort. It's a coupe for those who like their cars, even their sports cars, large and lavish, with plenty of room for 2 and a boot big enough for luggage and golf clubs. Besides, a 650i is also pretty rapid, but up close, the M6 exudes a special aura.
There's nothing small, dainty or subtle about the BMW M6. It is a juggernaut of a car, and even those 20-inch wheels look too small for the sheer size of the car. The gutter-sized exhausts deliver a strong sonic and also, of course, visual message. But once you're on the move, there's only one word that comes to mind, and that's fast.
Apart from a somewhat more aggressive appearance and bigger wheels, the real differences between the M6 and the tamer 650i only become apparent on the move. While the 650i is rapid but forgiving, the M6 is brutal, exhilarating and increasingly challenging if you start exploring its true capabilities. In other words, it's a car that deserves its M-car colours, and it all starts under the bonnet.
The purists will tell you that the previous generation M6 had the superior engine. It was a glorious, normally aspirated V10, but there's nothing iffy about this one. It's a twin-turbo V8, 4.4 litres, 412 kilowatts of maximum power and 680 newton-meters of torque. Drive to the rear wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox.
But sports cars don't rely on muscle alone. In fact, without the underpinnings to actually apply all that power, the M6 would be a lost cause. And so it gets a bespoke chassis and suspension to match all that urge. Adaptive air suspension is standard, as is an active diff that varies power between the rear wheels to optimize traction. The cabin continues the sports car theme.
The M6 might be a 2+2 coupe, but the emphasis is very much on the 2 front seating positions, and in fact, while there are rear seats, you won't fit too many large adults in the back. Ergonomically, a fine car, as we've come to expect from BMW, and everything is very much focused towards the driver and the driver's requirements.
So, besides a full house of luxury features, the M6 gets the kind of kit that underlines its supercar aspirations, such as a choice of driving modes that allows suspension, steering feel, throttle response and even engine power to be tailored to suit personal preference and specific applications. Polished metal and carbon fiber finishes contribute to the cabin's performance-focused atmosphere, as do the thick-rimmed steering wheel and the bolstered bucket seats.
With a power-to-weight ratio of 223 kilowatt per tonne, this car is blindingly fast, and in fact it gets hauled off the mark with almost brutal force. The 0 to 100 time should therefore be under 4 seconds, but as the stats will show, it's credited with 4.2 seconds for the 0 to 100 sprint. Top speed limited to 250 kilometers an hour. But really, it's the way this car delivers its show that is truly, truly impressive.
Nothing, not even the M chassis, can disguise the inertia of the car's mass, and the faster the pace, the more apparent its bulk becomes, a reminder that the M6's heritage is rooted in Grand Tourer tradition. But those with the courage and the experience to explore the M6's capabilities will find it gloriously agile and responsive, with a devastating mid-range grunt and the ability to carve through a series of corners with slick and fluid precision.
Looking at the car from the outside, you'd expect it to feel large and ponderous, but in fact quite the opposite is true. This is an M car after all, and it's been honed and fettled to respond to driver input with precision and accuracy. Because of its weight, it will start understeering if you push hard into a corner, but in general it lives up to its sports car promise.
In fact, in point-to-point performance terms, the M6 is quite capable of running with the big guns from more exotic marques. It's a Grand Tourer and a hardcore racer rolled into one, which also means that its 1.4 million rand asking price actually reflects decent value.
With the focus of the global motor industry on smaller, lighter and more fuel-efficient cars, one could consider the BMW M6 an anachronism, and I suppose the bunny hagers will certainly think of it as an automotive insult.
but those of us who enjoy our driving will still revel in its superior dynamics. The M-Car magic starts with a high-tech twin-turbo V8 providing huge lashings of shove. A bespoke chassis adds confidence and surprisingly agile road manners. Add all the creature comforts and a spacious boot and the M6 becomes a desirable tourer with real attitude. Pity about the crammed rear though, and that big car inertia blunts the thrills.